Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to the second episode of Iconic Minds, where we sit down with the greatest thinkers, visionaries, and leaders who have left their mark on history. Together, we will delve into their remarkable ideas and explore the insights that have shaped the history of humanity. It's going to be an excitingly enlightening journey. So, let's get started. This is Understand to Enlighten, and today we have an extraordinary guest joining us. Imagine having a friendly, face-to-face conversation with one of the most brilliant and iconic minds in history. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the legendary Albert Einstein. Dr. Einstein, it's an absolute honor to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here with you, Professor Enlightener. Thank you for having me.
Most welcome, Dr. Einstein. First, let's start by telling our lovely audience about your early life story. And what were some key moments or influences in your early years that shaped who we know today by the genius mind, Albert Einstein?
Well, I was born in Ulm, in the Kingdom of Württemberg, in the German Empire, in 1879. My early years were quite ordinary, but my family was very supportive. My father, who was an engineer, and my mother, who was a pianist, both encouraged my interests. I was particularly fascinated by mathematics and physics from a young age. One pivotal moment was when I encountered a book on geometry, which sparked a lifelong passion for understanding the universe.
That's fascinating. And what about your academic journey? What was it like, and were there any challenges you faced in that experience?
Actually, there were challenges. During my studies at the Polytechnic Institute in Zurich, I often struggled with the rigid structure of the curriculum. However, these experiences taught me to think independently and question established ideas. It was also during this time that I began to develop my own theories, which eventually led to my groundbreaking work in theoretical physics.
Interesting. Well, Dr. Einstein, there's a widely circulated rumor about your academic past suggesting that you once struggled with mathematics and even failed a math course. Could you clarify this for our audience and share the real story behind it?
Aha! The rumor about me failing math is actually a misunderstanding. While I did face challenges with the rigid educational system, I didn't fail math. In fact, I excelled in it and had a strong grasp of mathematics from an early age. The confusion likely comes from my non-traditional path and struggles with some aspects of the educational system. But the idea of me failing math is more myth than fact. My real struggle was more about finding my own path and pursuing my genuine interests.
Wonderful. Because there are some people who do think or assume that you failed math and stuff like that, it's super nice to make things clear. And that's one of our purposes here at Iconic Minds series. Now, Professor Einstein.
Yeah, that's why I'm here with you, Professor Enlighten, just to enlighten and clarify stuff like that.
Well, another controversial topic is your stance on pacifism and the atomic bomb. You are known for your advocacy for peace, yet you signed a letter that helped lead to the development of nuclear weapons. Can you explain this apparent contradiction?
Sure, this is indeed a very complex issue. My letter to President Roosevelt was driven by a concern that Nazi Germany might develop an atomic bomb before the Allies could. It was a desperate measure, during a time of great peril. However, I deeply regretted the use of these weapons after they were developed. My personal stance has always been for peace, and the destructive potential of nuclear weapons has only reinforced my commitment to advocating for disarmament and peaceful resolutions.
You've mentioned your views on politics and society before. How do you reconcile your scientific work with your involvement in social and political issues?
Well, I believe that science and society are interconnected. While my primary focus has been on understanding the universe, I've always felt a responsibility to address social and political issues that affect humanity. Science provides us with knowledge, but how we use that knowledge should be guided by ethical and humane considerations. It's important for scientists to engage with societal issues to ensure their work contributes positively to the world.
Well, can't agree anymore. Yet, before we wrap up, do you have any advice for aspiring scientists or thinkers?
My advice is to remain curious and open-minded. Embrace questions and challenges as opportunities for growth. Always seek to understand the underlying principles of things, rather than just accepting them at face value. And remember, the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Einstein. It's been an honor having your thoughts and experiences shared with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Enlighten. It's been my privilege speaking and being with you at your show, Iconic Minds.
And ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up today's episode of Iconic Minds. It's been an incredible journey, diving deep into the thoughts and experiences of some of history's greatest thinkers. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration as much as we have. If you found today's discussion enlightening, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more captivating conversations with the minds that have shaped our world. Remember, Pursuit of knowledge never ends, and every great idea has the power to inspire. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, stay curious, and be enlightened. Thank you for joining us on Iconic Minds.